bundle. Anything you work over it, just try and work over the top of the bundle. So throw that there. Put it right on and in, on the groove.
Oh wow.
Fire.
Wow.
That's just grass, okay?
We're going to use it.
Yeah, we're going to wind up using this. So when I teach a class and we're walking out, I say when we see it, we take it. Because once it's 12,000 feet,
it's not there.
This might not be there. So when you see it, you take it. So if you're out scouting around, no matter what.
What you got in that grass?
Exactly. You see it, you take it. You got any of that good stuff?
Got any grass.
Now, if that was burning, is where you could take some of this fibrous material, add it on there, or just add this guy, because this is very open, and that's a good little continuation of the flames. Once it's burning, yeah, we're gonna go to our, this is our tinder. Go to our kindling. Okay, I'm gonna let it kind of smolder and burn for a second. Make sure that flame's there. And then I'm gonna pay attention where the wind is. I'm just gonna
let the wind take care of it?
Yeah, just let me kind of blow onto it. You got to, you can blow laterally, so it's blowing into that actual flame.
You're golden. Wow.
You have to.
So tinder is key. So I could see where once you found what the good tinder is there, you just spent a couple days getting good tinder and stockpiling it.
Mine was birch bark. So I went, and anytime I'd see birch trees, because it peels naturally off, I just peel it right off. And how you work birch bark is you take your knife, this is the actual bark, and you just scrape it and get a powder, throw a spark right in the powder, and it burns like a candle.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I would add more birch bark right on top of it. It's really resinous.
So you actually used the bark and scraped the...
Yep.
So did you ever keep a continuous fire where
I
you
just
didn't have
asked
to?
him that, yeah.
Yeah, I would always make one inside my hooch, but it would always go out because I didn't want it very big, because I wasn't heating my hooch by the fire. The heat was really coming from my walls, retention of the heat on the inside from a small fire, but it wasn't a fire. I had a fire pit inside, and then I had one outside.
Okay.
The one outside I would make a little bit bigger, try and keep that.
And that's where you cooked, was outside more?
Outside.
What was the one inside for? Just light?
Boiling water in the evening. The temps dropped real low. I was going to make sure I had a little bit of heat in there. And if I could find any upturned roots, because it's really tight and knotted, I'd throw that on there, and that would glow and burn real slow as well. So let's gather up some more grass. And use this stuff. We don't have to create the fire, but I just wanted you to see.
So do you use like the little pine needles as a secondary, or no?
You can, absolutely. You can grab a good handful.
Are these almost too dead though? No.
As long as you can shake it,
right, and get all the
and they're not
heat
going to
off.
like completely break, you can lay that right on top, and that's going to burn as well. So the grass, see how the tips are all sticking up?
Yeah, grab
That's
those.
all the grassy material I'm looking with. A ferro rod, and you have to make a fire with a bow drill.
Oh, wow.
You have to be able to do that.
Because if you use your if you lose it or something goes on you. So.
They want to see you have a secondary means.
Okay.
So
Watch how to make a bow drill.
yeah.
Too.
So this is.
That's where you probably use your 550 cord?
Yeah, that's a real good way.
Is that pitch?
Yeah, this is all pine pitch. So one thing you can do to make this stay a little bit longer and accelerate is by adding resin. We all know resins burn. So you can take the dry components of it.
And you just found the pine pitch on the pine itself.
Just right on those pines.
Okay.
And that's the real fine stuff. I can drop that right on the top. Now this right here is, we can use a little bit later on for some pine pitch. What I'm doing is just giving myself an extra opportunity for something to burn.
Right.
So when I'm doing this, I'm just going to hold where my groove is, and hold it. And what I'm doing is I'm sliding all the way through. What I don't want to do is come too far up, because then I'm not going to be able to see where I'm going.
Oh, gotcha.
So bring it down, kind of at that 45-degree angle, almost right where my knuckles are touching, and just slide it. All I'm going to do is.
So it's all about what you're using, because I made 1,000 sparks
Yeah,
without that result.
You know, and ideally, we're in the wind. You want to get to a place where you can seek some shelter, be out of the wind. If I have to use my body to block the wind,
Or even here.
I can use any sort of materials, rocks, anything to block that wind. But sometimes you don't necessarily build your fire right where you're at.
So make a little wall.
Which way is the wind blowing?
So what I'm doing here is I'm throwing some sparks in, I'm seeing a little bit of flame, and then I'm folding this. I need the flame to catch.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it will,
heat rises.
yeah, it will burn on the top. Yeah, it will definitely burn on the top. You can see there's flames there. So now that I've got that flame going, the wind took it. Don't get frustrated. There's more. Alright. You see it flaming up each time.
So if we didn't have cattails,
Yep.
what would we be using?
So now, let's say this isn't working as well, clearly. So let's grab that mullein.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mullein.
Pull these leaves off. Yep.
And
This
you
right
always
here.
sprinkle it?
Yeah. Test it. Do it on top of your little board here.
Can you just save it all?
And what I'm actually looking to do is get some of these fine materials, but I really want to burn these. But I'm not going to burn them. Still smoking. What I'm not going to do is throw sparks into them. This is too big. It's not very fibrous. That's fibrous, but I need the fibers to catch flame and then carry the flame through the rest of the fibers. With this guy, this could almost be. I'm going to go grab some grass.